Hey guys, Josh here. Today we are here to talk about some very exciting news as Formula E actually might get an official game. So this is very exciting news then that comes from formulaezone.com. I'll leave a link to this article then down in the description below, and you guys can let me know down in the comment section below what would you like to see in an official Formula E game, and would you like to see a Formula E game, and do you think it could actually happen in the next few years? So this is why then I think it might happen, and I put together a few of the rumours then. First of all then is that the Formula E officials have come out and said we're doing a survey on social media, and they want people who are of course motorsport fans, but they also want gamers as well, and some of the questions are very video game based, and it definitely kind of points towards them making a video game in the future. But of course one of the key suggestions of a Formula E game is a pretty obvious one, and that's from the CEO, who said after this Formula E race-off, which they did, of course, between Senna and Prost, that's another reason, but I'll come on to that later. He said, I think there is definitely a chance for Formula E to have its own video game, or even video games, and we are working hard on these projects, and we hope we can have some positive news soon. So of course that race-off then was between Senna and Prost, and it was done on Forza Motorsport 6, and it was really good. There was some, it was very innovative, something we haven't really seen from a lot of, sports games before. Of course that was done on Formula E, because of course, done on Formula E, done on Forza 6, of course because they have the complete Season 1 Formula E grid. But of course, that's amongst many other cars. They don't, of course, have any of the official drivers. They don't have any of the official tracks. So really, it's not really an official, they got the official licensing to the cars, but I don't think they actually have the official licensing to the proper series. Otherwise, of course, they'd have all the tracks and the drivers' names in there as well. And if we had an official Formula E game, hopefully the handling would be better as well. I'm really not a fan of the Formula E cars in Forza 6. The handling's absolutely horrible. I think for an official game, they would work really hard on handling. And of course we'd have all the official tracks and all the drivers and teams as well. As for when this would be released, well, I'm probably guessing it would be Season 4, or possibly if they work very fast, or it's already in the works, they could get it out in time for, say, January next year, and it could be based on the Season 3. Of course, which I do believe starts in September. And it depends how fast they could really work, and it would just be nice to see a different sports game. Of course, MotoGP have their own license, WRC does, and F1, and with Formula E being a very sport that's probably the fastest growing motorsport, it would be really good to see them get an official game. And I think it would be really good, because the sport would just let the developers have major free reign really over what they include in the game. There just wouldn't be the licensing restrictions that Formula 1 blatantly suffers from really. While you can't even have a career mode in an F1 game anymore, seemingly. I reckon Formula E would say, you can create your own team, you can create your own drivers, you can probably swap people around. The different drivers would probably move around different teams. I think there'll be so much maneuverability, it would make a Formula E game really good. And as long as they got the handling right, it could definitely be a huge competitor to Formula 1 games, really. And if the games were really good, then people would watch this series as well. I think they would be really well integrated as well. If you watch a Formula 1 race, there's no mention of an official game, but I reckon, if we had a Formula E, there'd probably be signs up with, and it'd probably be advertised, it'd be talked about by the commentators probably, the drivers would be getting involved, they'd be having a go. They do that, of course, in WRC as well, but I think Formula E would publicise it, much better, and would just be probably one of the best motorsports games out there, I definitely believe. Content is probably a bit limited, because of course there's no history really for Formula E. But I'm sure they could probably work around that, and would probably work really hard. Like if they had a make your own team thing in Formula E, that would be very cool. And or make your own driver, make your own team, of course, is a fairly unique thing. And if they did it really well, it could be a really good game. If the online was good as well, then maybe it could even, kind of capture what, F1 had a few years ago. Or at least, it's never going to be as popular as the F1 games, let's be honest, because the name itself sells F1 games. Whereas Formula E would really have to work hard to create a really good game. I do believe they could do that with the right direction, and with a very kind of lenient, sport that lets them do a lot of things and include a lot of stuff in the game. It could be really good. So I'm very excited. I think this could actually happen in terms of what I want to see. And then, of course, I want to see all the official drivers, teams and tracks. And I want to see a make your own team. I thought that'd be very cool. And just some, elements like, I don't know. So there's endless possibilities. I'd be interested to hear what you guys think could be included. Of course, apart from like the time trial, time attack kind of things. If there's anything kind of innovative that they could include in a Formula E game, which I do believe they would, because they're a very innovative sport. So I think the video games would probably reflect that as well. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video then. I've loved recording it because I just love Formula E at the moment. It's in a really, really good place. And I think I think we are going to get a game. I'm going to put a prediction down saying in 2017 there will be a Formula E game. Anyway, until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Goodbye.